Welcome back to Josie Mae's Meals. What I'm going to do in this video, and I'm going to try to get this condensed as much as I can, I'm going to show you what I do a day before I have to go to work to try to prep for at least 2 to 3 dinners before I go back to work tomorrow. So I got some random items out here. Not even sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but I know I'm going to use them. And we're going to just figure it out along the way. In the sink right now, I am rinsing out my collards and some green onions. And let's see what I end up making. Okay, first meal. What I decided to do is some lasagna rolls. I'm not going to do a full lasagna because it never, it goes to waste basically. I make too much and we don't finish it and we never go back to the leftovers. So I'm just going to do a few rolls. I want 6 of them, I think. All right. Let's get started on some meat filling for those. All right, olive oil in the pan. I'm going to toss some onion in there. And I have some ground beef, defrosted ground beef. I'm going to break that up. I'm going to add some Italian seasoning. I personally like Cajun seasoning. So I'm also going to put some of that into my meat sauce. I'm also going to add just a tiny bit of red pepper. Garlic. Okay, so I'm ready to start prepping it. I do have a can of some really tasty tomatoes back here, but if you don't want to use tomatoes, you can always use the good old jar stuff. But I have my pan here. We're going to get them rolling directly on here and into the little pan. I poured the can of tomatoes directly in here, and I'm going to place the pasta right on top, and then we'll put a little more, make sure the sauce covers the top as well. Use the cheese you like. The cheese I'm actually using is not even a ricotta. I'm using goat cheese because I love the flavor and the texture, and I think it goes well with these rolls. Some Parmesan. And then I'm just going to, that's it. All right, those are the 6 of them. I'm going to get some of this sauce on top. Now this isn't going to get cheese on top until I'm ready to pull this out of the freezer for one of the dinners. But what I'm going to do with the rest of this can is go back to the rest of the meat I have, and I'm going to make this into a pasta sauce. I'm going to jar it and put it in the fridge for another meal. Okay, I wrap it up really well in plastic wrap, and it's going straight into the freezer. I'll pull it out a day before I plan on making that one. Okay, let's finish this sauce. This one I want some mushrooms in. I put the little bit left of goat cheese I had and some parm in there. We'll cook that down till the mushrooms are a little softer, and then we'll get that bottled up. Second meal. Not sure what day I'm going to do this one, but that is a smoked turkey ham hock, and we are going to make some collard greens in there. Okay, let's get these collards chopped. Okay, so you might be able to see over here I did put some bay leaves in there. I like bay leaves in my collards. And collards, you can make them any way that tastes good to you. There's the normal way everyone thinks of collards with the turkey neck or ham hocks or whatever. But make it however way you like to flavor it. What's going to taste good to you, that's all that matters. To season my greens, I have some seasoning here. This seasoning is, if you know what Vegeta is, they sell it in international markets. That's pretty much what it is. It's an all-purpose seasoning. Alright guys, I jarred my sauce. I'm going to actually put that straight into the refrigerator because I think I'll use that within the next couple of days. Otherwise, you can freeze it or even put it in a freezer Ziploc or some other Tupperware that's tightly sealed. Alright, sorry about the fan noise in the back, but I can't turn that off. It has a mind of its own when it's hot in here. But I have olive oil in our new pan, and what I got are some chicken thighs that I scored. I'm going to put those down. Ooh, hot. Still don't get used to that. Alright. And those onions that I had left is all I'm going to put in here. So you don't even really need the onions, but I had them, so I'm going to use them. But what I actually have is, I have some sauce here, and I would love to tell you what's in it, but I have no clue. My husband made it. It's like a super tangy barbecue sauce, I would say. Maybe one day he'll put it in the video himself, but it's really good, and it's awesome on chicken. So I'm going to put it on the chicken, and then that's what we will eat the collard greens with for tonight. Still tossing. Okay, so now I'm going to get my sauce. And it's a nice, really thick sauce. I'm going to pour it on the chicken, and we're going to cook this on low while the greens finish. And this sauce is going to really get into those cuts that we made, and it's going to put the flavor into every bite. Alright guys, so those are the meals that I am preparing. What I decided to do with that sauce that I jarred, I remembered I have some eggplant in the fridge, so I'm going to grill that tomorrow and heat up that sauce, put it on top, and that'll be dinner tomorrow. This is tonight. That's that chicken with the sauce, along with our greens, which are still cooking. But that's where we're at right now. So I'm going to go ahead and let that cook down, and that is the meal for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. As always, remember to subscribe. That's how I know if I should still keep doing these videos. And until next time, have a good one.